Yo, what is up, y'all? Welcome to the revamped channel. And if you saw the banner and the thumbnails and all of that, you realize I revamped my channel. So we are no longer YLW Kooll 100. I had to give the name of the channel some meaning. So we are now known as Konkrete Kommentary, y'all. Still gonna be doing movies. I just adding music and some trending topics from the world of entertainment, politics, or whatever. But I'm trying not to get too in politics, y'all. But anyway, you are now tuned into Konkrete Kommentary, yo. I still be your local 100, and today, man, we gotta talk about Sinners, starring none other than Michael B. Jordan, y'all. Now, this one had me leaning forward the entire time, bro. Now, for anybody who haven't seen it yet, I need you to buckle up and trust me, this ain't your average redemption story, you dig? Now, before we get into it, I'm giving you to like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend, smash that bell, and let everybody know that Konkrete Kommentary is now reviewing the 2005 classic Sinner, starring Michael B. Jordan. And man, trust me, this is gonna be a banger, y'all. Let's get into it. Alright, y'all, so let me just say, Michael B. Jordan, the dude was in his bag on this one, bro. I'm talking raw emotion, heavy guilt, intense silence, all that there. And the opening scene alone, it gave me chills, bro. Now, I legit paused and replayed this movie over and over and over again. Why? Because the cinematography, the lighting, all that stuff had this gritty, almost spiritual darkness. You feel me? That you can just feel the weight of the sins of the two twin brothers before you even heard, a word of dialogue, y'all. So let's get on into it, y'all. Alright, y'all. Now, Sinners is a 2005 American film produced, written, and directed by Kooll. Now, the movie sets in 1932 in the Mississippi Delta. Now, this film stars, like I said, Michael B. Jordan, but he's in a dual role as criminal twin brothers who return to their hometown to start again, where they are confronted by a supernatural evil, man. Now, also, the film co-stars Haley Steinfeld. It also stars Miles Canton in his first film debut. Shouts out to him. It also stars Jack O'Connor, Woomy Moscow, and the beautiful, gorgeous, sexy Lord, Heavenly Chocolate. I'm gonna stop right there. Miss Jamie Lawson, y'all. Can't forget Omar Miller and the film legend Delroy Lindo, y'all. Now, in 1932, identical twins and World War I veteran Smoking Stack Moore returns to Clarksdale, Mississippi after years spent with the Chicago outfit. Now, using money stolen from the gangsters, the twins purchased a sawmill from a racist landowner, Hogwood, to start a juke joint for the local black community. Now, their cousin Sammy, an aspiring guitarist, joined them despite his pastor father's warning that the blues music is supernatural. Now, y'all, the twins recruit pianist Delta Slim as a performer, local Chinese shopkeeper couple Grace and Bo Chow as their suppliers, field worker Cornbread as the juke joint's bouncer, and Smoke's estranged wife Annie as a cook. Now, Annie herself believes her hoodoo practices kept the twins safe all these years, but Smoke doubts them for not preventing his infant daughter's death. Now, Stack runs into his white passing ex-girlfriend, Mary, who resents Stack till this day for abandoning her out of protection, because black men and white women couldn't be dated together in 1932. Lord forbid if that ever happened. Now, y'all, meanwhile, Irish immigrant vampire Remick shelters from Choctaw vampire hunters with a married Klansman couple whom he turns into vampires.
He's all better now.
Hey, baby.
Don't cry.
Now, y'all, on this joint, opening night, Sammy, Delta, Slim, and Pearline, played by the lovely Jamie Lawson, I can't say that enough, as a singer with whom Sammy becomes enamored. I agree. I did too. And they both perform on stage. Now, Sammy's music is transcendent, unknowingly summoning spirits of both past and future to join in the crowd. So Sammy's music could bring back your dead ancestors, your future ancestors, and they'll just come together and join together in whatever dance they were currently doing in their time period collectively for the same reason. I think that was the dopest visual in this movie, man. Now, the performances also attracts the vampire Remick and his vampire clan, who offers money and music in exchange to enter the Juke joint. Now, if you're asking why, that's because everybody know a vampire can't go into no privately owned place without permission from the owners or anybody inhabiting the premises, unless it's a public place. So without them being offered in, they can't come in. Now, Smoke, who is understandably suspicious of Remick, refuses the offer of exchanging music and money for letting them in. That was a smart man right there, a smart man. Now, it's then that the twins realize that their patrons, you know, Remick and his clan, they're relying, not Remick and his clans, the folks who, you know, join in the party, the regular folks. They all paying with plantation money. And as you know, plantation money and American money is different. That's only used on plantations that you can purchase crops and stuff. It has no value to the outside world. But after hearing that the plantation money would make their juke joint less profitable, you know, some reasoning came with Stack that outside income is necessary. So Smoke agrees with Stack for the time being that they're gonna keep, you know, the plantation money as well as the American money. Now, y'all, meanwhile, Mary has the bright idea and goes to meet Remick outside. I don't know why the fuck she did that. That was stupid as fuck. But when she do go outside and they have this little dialogue, she turns and walks away after backing out on him because, you know, the eyes start glowing and stuff. And the dude, Remick, jumps up and it cuts to the next scene. So I'm guessing she got bit on the neck. So yes, I'm going to mark her as turned. Now, after being turned into a vampire, Mary returns to the juke joint. She seduces and fatally bites Stack. Sammy and Smoke discover them, but when Sammy initially ran up on him before he went to go get Smoke, he thought they was, you know, doing the do. So he gave him some privacy, you know? Now, Smoke opened the door and seen Stacks getting devoured by Mary. She stands up, bleeding, saying it ain't what you think it is. And he shot the shit out Mary. And she fell down, but she got back up. She was unaffected and she escaped, saying, "We gonna kill all y'all." Now, outside, Remick turns cornbread after he went to go relieve himself in the woods. Stack is turned like we know. And for that reason alone, Smoke closes the juke joint earlier than he would have. Now, as the patrons and Bo leave, the vampires then turn all who dare to go outside into vampires. And all of a sudden, Stack revises as revives as a vampire, but flees after Annie repels him with pickled garlic juice.
What's in the jar?
Pickled garlic. These ain't hates. They vampires.
Now, y'all, Annie then realizes that their assailants are indeed fucking vampires and tell the remaining survivors how to deter and defeat them. And that killing Remick will not revert all his clan's pious back into their human selves. Now, although Remick shares his clan's, memories, all individual vampires retain their personalities intact. You know what I'm saying? So, still unable to enter the joint, Remick invites the survivors to join him as his vampire clan, saying that vampirism offers immortality and freedom from persecution, and then promises everybody to join him and to leave in exchange for Sammy. Now, if he can just get Sammy, he'll let everybody alone. Now, Sammy has this musical skill that Remick wants to use to summon all of his lost community spirits from wherever he lost them at. Also, Remick reveals that Hogwood heads to he heads the local clan. He's the head of the clan, and he plans to attack the Jew joint at dawn. Now, still, everybody refused, and Remick threatens to attack the child's daughter at their store if they don't comply. Now, enraged by the threat, Grace Child gets so angry that she inadvertently invites the vampires into the joint. Now, I say inadvertently because I don't know if she meant to do that or she just done it out of anger. But after she do that, the big ass fights ensue.
Come on in, you motherfucker!
Now, y'all, in the midst of the fight, sad to say, Grace, Bo, Annie, and Delta Slim are killed, while Mary escapes and Remick turns my Pearline sexy ass into a vampire. And I couldn't really get to see her costume as a vampire, but I bet you it would have been hot. I gotta watch that again just to see it. But anyway, after my girl Pearline is turned into a vampire, Smoke fights and defeats Stacks, and then assists Sammy in defeating Remick and all his vampire clan. Now, all of his vampire clan are then incinerated by the light of the sunrise at dawn. Now, y'all, afterwards, all of this shit that just happened the next morning, Smoke sends Sammy home before he kills Hogwood and his men. But at the same time, while doing all of that, Smoke gets shot. And being shot and close to death, he reunites with his dead girl Annie and their deceased daughter upon transitioning into another life. Now, meanwhile, Sammy rejects his father's pleas to seek salvation, and Sammy leaves Chicago for good. Now, y'all, 60 years later, an elderly Sammy, who is now a successful blues musician, is visited by an ageless ass Stack and Mary, looking fresh as fuck, up to date. They met him after hours in his blues club, of course, because they're vampires. Now, y'all, at this club, Stack reveals that Smoke spared his life on the condition that he lets Sammy live in peace. Now, after gently declining the Stack, offering him immortality, forms for the couple. Now, as they leave, Sammy admits to Stacks that despite being still traumatized by that night, before the sunset, it was the best day of Sammy's life. Now, Stack wistfully agrees, also saying it was the last time he ever saw his twin brother smoke and seeing his last son, and the only time they were all truly free. Now, y'all, this was one of my favorite films of 2025. Now, you could feel every ounce of regret, rage, and hope clashing in real time, like chills, man. But this might be one of the best performances since Fruitvale Station and Creed, in my opinion. Maybe even deeper. Now, y'all, I gave this film a 10 out of 10, but if Sinners flew under your radar, don't let it. It's not just a movie, it's a mood. It's a sermon, it's a confession, and Michael B. Jordan gave us a masterclass. Now, y'all, let me know down in the comments if y'all caught the symbolisms and plots in these scenes. Was it real or was it just in your head? Now, like I said, drop a like if you vibe with the video and the reaction. Subscribe if you haven't already. And welcome to the ones who new. And appreciate you joining Konkrete Kommentary, where we break down the rawest performances and boldest films every other week, y'all. And until next time, I'll be your Kooll OneHunnit. Y'all stay real, stay wise, and don't run from your demons. Face them bitches. It's your Kooll OneHunnit, and I'm out this thing.